Hey, it's Paul. Welcome back to B&B Talk. I need you to do me a favor. You know what? Hit that subscribe button. All right, I'm going to jump into this episode. The first thing we see is we see Ivy, and she tells Wyatt that deleting the video would have been a huge mistake. And Wyatt lets her know that the only reason that he didn't delete the video is because she asked him not to. Now we see Steffy, and she tells Liam that the Allie situation is under control. I mean, she's around Thomas and Ridge and Caroline at the office, and she said she's taking care of it, and then she takes off before they're about to have a meeting, so everyone finds that a bit weird. Ridge then says that Steffy is on the lieutenant's radar, and he's known him for a long time, and he wants to know why. There must be something that he's missing. So Ridge is getting, as I said before, more and more curious. And then Ridge asks Thomas why he supported Ivy over his own sister, and Thomas says that basically he is doing it for her own good. He's doing it to protect Steffy, but Ridge wants to know more, and Thomas sort of, rebuffs that, and he says, if there's something you need to know, I'll make sure you know. And so Ridge knows he's kind of blown him off. And after that we see Steffy, and she shows up at Wyatt's, and she wants to know if he deleted the video. And Wyatt tells Steffy that he got caught in the act by Ivy, and he tells her that he can't delete it now because things have changed in their relationship. So obviously Steffy deduces that they're sleeping together. And Wyatt says that Ivy probably made another copy anyway, so there's no point in, in trying to delete it. And they argue sort of a little back and forth over this. And Steffy asserts her innocence, and Wyatt says he's gonna go to Ivy and tell her not to use this. So Steffy does not really fall for this or believe it, at least that Ivy will go along with this, and she says that she's innocent and the video is dangerous, and she also says that Ivy doesn't have a clue what really happened. So after that, guess what? We see Ivy, and she runs into Liam at Forrester, and she actually assumes that he knows about it, so she comes on pretty strong with him, and he gets defensive because he doesn't know a thing about it. As usual, Liam is always in the dark. He doesn't have a clue about it. But Ivy warns Liam that Steffy isn't blameless in this whole thing, referring to Allie's death, and she says she's actually pretending to be, but she's not as blameless as she pretends to be. So, and she questions Steffy's whole story. Now, obviously Liam's curious, and Ivy sort of baits it by alluding to a secret that she's keeping regarding the murder or the death of her cousin, and tells Liam that if he wants any answers, basically to go ask his girlfriend. And then we see Thomas, and this is obviously building in the whole Thomas Caroline thing, because she's going over some changes he's got to make on one of his drawings his father didn't like, and they're getting very close together. In fact, their personal space is about this much, and you can see Thomas just getting goo-goo eyes. And of course Caroline's clueless about this, and it just assumes that he's worried about what his dad thinks about his drawing. And now after that we see Ivy, and she's basically bitching to Wyatt about her run-in with Liam, going over the details, and Wyatt says that Liam hasn't seen the video. At least he deduces that, and Ivy says the same thing. She confirms that he has not seen the video, and she tells him what she said to Liam, basically about going and asking Steffy. Now the last thing we see is Steffy, and she tells Liam that she did leave the meeting to go to see Wyatt after he sort of puts two and two together, or she spills the beans. And she said she wanted to talk to him about putting Ivy in check. Now he assumes this is over the breakup, and he tells her what Ivy said to him, the fact that Steffy is bad and dangerous and aggressive, which Liam thinks is coming out of nowhere, and then says that Ivy then brought up Allie. Now Liam says that Ivy thinks that something else happened the night that she died and blames Steffy for it. So he wants to know, is there more to this? And he asks her point blank, and he says, you're not responsible for Allie's death, are you? And that's where we leave things off. So a lot of stuff building in this episode. Keep you posted on the next one. Don't forget to follow us on social media. It's Paul, it's B&B Talk. Have a great day.